Welcome to Gymnastics Yoga. This is yoga, stretching, flexibility work that will improve your range of motion and improve the body positions that you need to go through in a lot of different skills in the sport, whether you're a male or female gymnast. All these different body shapes, these stretches are going to help you perform better, help your muscles get to the right positions when you're doing the skill. These are slow movements that I do as a trail runner, as like an ultra marathon runner. I do these at night right before I go to bed, and they really help improve, your durability, your muscle range of motion, and just your body's ability to recover from really hard, intense, and strenuous workout. So follow along. Make sure you pay close attention to the way I'm doing things, the way I say things, and activating the right muscles. These stretches are very beneficial and can improve your body and overall health and well-being in so many ways. So that being said, let's get started.
To begin, stand upright, arms by side. Slowly raise the arms overhead and breathe in deeply through the diaphragm. Now breathe out, lower the shoulders, and breathe in, raise the shoulders reaching taller than before. Lower down, breathe out. Breathe in, raising shoulders, lifting up taller and taller. Breathe in. Breathe out, lower the arms slowly back down by sides. Breathe in, raise the shoulders. Breathe out, lower down into a bent over pike position, hands on the shins. Lift head, push arms into shins. Control the breath, breathing in and breathing out all through the diaphragm. Breathe out, bend head over, duck to chin. Bend down further and further. Try and place the back of your hands onto the floor. If not, just let them hang and relax. Breathe in, standing up, tall, bringing arms back up over ears, breathing in, reaching to the sky. Breathe out, arms come back down, slowly lower into the pike position again. This time try to place hands backwards on the floor. If not, just let them hang. Now lower hips and get into a deep tucked position on the floor. Head down, feet flat, and hips all the way down at knee level. Now straighten your legs back to standing bent over pike position. Continue the same breath, deeply in, deeply out. Now begin to push down through the floor, opening up the shoulders, pushing tall, and then shrugging the shoulders, rolling the scapula or the shoulder blade back behind. Push and try and go in a circular motion with the shoulders now. Try and do big circles, pushing through the floor and then relaxing. Now walk the hands out into a push-up position and push hips down into a seal stretch. Lift the chin, point the toes under so that the top of the foot is resting on the mat, and then push hips backwards into a cat stretch. In the cat stretch, begin to open and turn your armpits out towards the side, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Squeezing, breathing in, and then letting go of the breath and rounding the upper back, rotating the armpits in. in again. Push the palms firmly into the mat while doing this, and also keep the arms straight. Now, knees together, rise up into push-up position, straighten the legs, pointing the toes and push back into this rounded shape. Arms straight, arms covering the ears. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Release, lower the hips, back into the seal stretch. Chin up, push down through the shoulders. Tall, long neck. Now lower the neck, shrug the shoulders. Again, pushing tall, breathing in on the way up, and breathing out on the way down. Now, push back into hands and knees, prone position. Shoulders over the hands, walk knees in if need be. With the right hand, use the back of your hand and slide against the mat, pushing the right shoulder straight down. Rotate the body towards the left hand, keeping hips square and both knees on the mat. Now, slide back up, repeat with the left arm pushing towards the right side of the body, and twist the back. Deep breath in, deep breath out here. Reset to hands and knees. Push tops of toes into the mat. Raise up the knees. Now straighten the legs and push forward through the mat, sinking hips back. Lift hips up as high as you can, push heels into the mat, and stretch your calves as much as you can. Now turn the hands backwards, pushing tall through your shoulders this whole time. Raise the left leg up, lower down in front of the right toe. Keeping up on your toes, pushing tall. Alternate the legs now, lifting one up, holding at the top position, lowering slow, putting the leg right in front of the other, inching your way closer and closer to your hands, while you continue to push down through the floor, all the way pushing through your shoulders, keeping ears covered and arms straight. Inch your way all the way as close as you can to your hands, and then hold the position in a deep pike, raising up on your toes. Now return the heels back down to the floor. Lift the back up, stand up tall, stretching tall again, reaching to the ceiling. Breathe in, breathe out, lower the arms out down by the sides. For the next section, we will begin by laying on our back flat with our arms by our ears. Go ahead and get into that position now. Begin to deeply breathe through the diaphragm, breathing in and breathing out. Now, lift the legs overhead. Keep legs straight, toes pointed. Raise the lower back off the floor. Start tucking your knees, bringing the knees to the forehead, resting your body weight on your shoulders. Tighten the tuck now and lower the arms, circling them on the mat, circling them down underneath your back, and raise the arms back up by your ears, breathing in and out. Hold this position. Raise the arms up now. Grab the knees into a tight tuck position, keeping toes pointed and resting on the back of your neck and upper shoulders. Now, arms by ears, start to slowly lower out of the tuck, rounding the back, lowering, keeping the lower back as rounded as possible. Not giving in to the natural arch of the lower back, squeezing the core, tighten the legs. Squeeze the core now and push the feet straight up to the ceiling without the hips touching the mat. Lower and repeat. Squeezing the core, pushing toes straight up to the ceiling, right above the hips. Lower and repeat, keeping a rounded shape. Now begin to slowly lower the legs all the way back to the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. Deeper breath this time. Pull the breath in with the diaphragm all the way in and breathe out. Now begin to raise the legs again, just like before, rounding the lower back, rounding the upper back. Bring feet over the hands and then begin to tuck the knees to the head. Place knees on the forehead, rounding lower back. Circle the arms and grab just below the knees to a tight tuck position. Now straighten the legs, grabbing by the heels into a very tight pike position. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Grab the right leg right by the calf area and begin to roll forward, keeping head on the floor, rounding the lower back. Begin to lower the legs and now hold the right leg in place while you continue to lower the left leg. Breathing in, breathing out. Sure, knees stay straight. Begin to raise the left leg now. Get back and now pull both legs back into the starting position, same as last time. Now grab the left leg with both hands. Begin to lower down with the back first and the lower back, keeping rounded. And now hold the left leg over your chest or your hip, whichever is best for you, and lower the right leg all the way to the floor. Keep your legs straight, feeling the stretch in your upper back and in your hamstring. Now lower both legs down to the floor. Bring both knees up into a tuck position. Now grab the right knee, pull to the chest, and lower with the left leg close to the mat. Pull and hold the knee to the chest. Now lift the left leg up and lower back down. Pull the right knee tighter into the chest. Lift up and lower back down. Lift up one more time and lower back down. Begin to lower the right knee back down to the mat and bring the left knee up, pulling tight to the chest. Now raising and lowering the right leg as you did before with the left. Keeping knee tight, squeezing quads and pointing toe. Lower both knees back down to the mat. Hands flat on the mat out to the sides. Bring the right foot to the outside of the left knee, pushing the right knee down into the mat in a figure 4 position. Now push your left heel into the floor and your shoulders, lifting your lower back and hips up off the floor and pushing down through the right knee. Keep pushing hips forward and hold this position. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now lower back down, slide the right leg straight, and bring the left leg up, the same as you did before. Push left knee into the ground, push right heel into the ground. Push hips up, keeping head flat and shoulders flat. Push hips up and hold. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Lower back down and straighten both legs back out. Now push feet together, bring both knees out to the side now in a lying butterfly stretch. Pull the feet in as tight as you can. Now push down through the heels, lifting up through the hips, squeezing the glutes at the top, and hold the position. Deep breath in, and deep breath out. Keep holding the position. Keep squeezing tighter. Now, tilt your knees over to the left side until the left knee hits the ground. And then open up the right knee even further and relax. Let it stretch here. Now tilt over to the other side, the right leg. Bring the left knee over and then open it up and let it stretch here. And slowly slide the feet back forward and into straightened knee position. And roll over to your left side. Put your left arm straight out in front of you. And grab the right foot with the right hand and side lying quad stretch. Now here you're going to push your hips forward, pull back on the foot, and then relax. And then pull the foot back into the glutes. And again, pull the foot back further, push the hips forward, and then relax. Feeling it stretch further. Now roll over, back to your belly. Keep holding onto your foot, rolling onto the left arm and grabbing your foot with the right arm. You're going to try to kick and straighten your leg while pulling the right shoulder back. Rise up a little bit and then relax and pull the foot down further. Now use the foot to try to pull the arm backwards. Pressing, using your quads, pressing the shoulder, trying to pull the arm out with the foot and relaxing back down. Again, one more time. Push the foot forward, stretch out the shoulder, and try and squeeze the quad. And now relax back down and let it all compress in. Now start to work in a circular motion with your shoulder and your foot working together. Pushing and pulling against one another. Make circular motions with your shoulder, bending and trying to straighten the leg. Now return to your back, roll over to the right side now. Push arms straight out in front of you. Grab the left leg with the left hand. Still laying on your side into a normal quad stretch. Once you begin to feel the stretch position, Begin to push against the hand, trying to fight and open up the leg. While the arm is preventing the pull, push the hip forward and engage the quad. Now, relax the quad, relax the foot, and pull in tight. When you feel it tight, pulled in, roll over to your stomach, onto your right arm, and begin to do what you just did with the left leg. Pulling and relaxing. Pulling and relaxing, controlling the breath. Deep breath in when you pull, and when you try to pull your hand forward. Deep breath in and deep breath out when you relax and compress your foot back into the top of your leg. Lower the leg now and roll up on your right arm, and then slide the left arm underneath the right. Crossing the arms, now laying straight, squared up to the floor on your stomach. Roll side to side, feeling the stretch in each arm and top of the shoulder and back. Rocking back and forth, compressing your arms in as tight as you can. Now switch, put the left arm on top of the right and begin rocking back and forth, doing the same thing. Open up the arms now. Lay on your stomach. Arms straight out to the side. Turn the left foot over to the right side and twist, pushing the shoulder of your right arm into the floor. Pull the foot back and then push your hips open more. Feel the stretch. Now return back to laying flat straight down. Use the right arm and push the right foot over to the left side, opening up your hip and pushing your shoulder into your left shoulder into the floor. Open up your hips and twist. Feel the stretch. Now return back to your stomach. Push up, hands and knees, and push back into a good cat stretch. Drop the shoulders, arms covering ears, hips slightly behind the knees. Now round, raise up to hands and knees prone position. Turn the hands in, shoulders directly over the hands, and push up as tall as you can, feeling the stretch in the wrists. Really rounded chest now. Pointing toes push down into your foot and straighten the legs. Cover ears. Now come back down. Sink back into your heels and then lean forward, push knees straight. Repeat the same motion, pointing toes, covering ears, pushing tall. Come back down, sit back on your heels. Now, turn the hands backwards. Sit back on the heels, pushing your arms forward, covering the ears. Raise back up, and now we're going to do scapular mobility work. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, arch the back, and then push through the shoulders. Keep your arms straight and rounding the chest as much as you can. Slide the knees back, and with the chest rounded, push down through the foot, straighten the knees, and push your hips up into this nice rounded position. Lean forward, shoulders over the hands, and now sit back on the heels with your knees on the ground. Now turn one hand underneath. The back of the hand should be on the floor, fingers facing back behind you. Lean back and feel the stretch in the wrist. Switch hands now. Left hand. Place the back of the hand on the mat and feel the stretch in the wrist. Return hands back to normal position. Push the hips up. Point the toes. Return back to hands and knees. Flex the foot so the top of the toes are pushing down into the mat now. The balls of your feet should be pushing the mat. You're stretching your big toes. You're going to push back. Push the heels flat onto the floor. Straighten knees. Raise the hips. And then lower down. Rocking in a circular motion. Bending the knees. Straightening the knees. Hips up. Hips down. Leaning forward and back. Slowly circular motion. Using your foot. Calf raises. Bending your knee. And then lifting the hips. All while maintaining strong pushing down through your hands and long shoulders. Finish by walking your feet back in between your hands and raising up slowly to stand. Thank you for participating and doing this yoga with me. I hope you stay healthy and have a good night's sleep.